I don't know why that is.
I'm vexed.
It's like me. It's like just a little off center.
I'm vexed. It vexes me. All right. Coming to you still alive after shooting 4 segments earlier today. And here we are at the Beer to Whiskey Studios, high atop Barley's Tap Room on Washington Street in downtown Greenville, South Carolina. I'm Russ Heaps, and welcome to this episode of Big John and Five, the namesake of my good buddy here, Big John Richards, who's the beer whisperer for Beer to Whiskey. And he picks one of the beers from Barley's 72 taps or from among their 50 or 60 cans and bottles, and we sniff it, we sip it, we get bits about it. John tells us a little bit about the brewery, and sometimes he shares a little bit about brewing and brewing history. And with that, John, what are we doing?
Oh, we are, as per Russ the scorekeeper over here, halfway into our day. We're into the rest portion of our day.
Yes.
So we're doing a beer from NoDa out of Charlotte called Captain Peanut Butter's Chocolate Revenge.
Boy, that doesn't sound good at all.
Right, I know. It sounds like I'm going to have to force Russ to try and even sniff this one.
Wow. I don't know how I'm going to bring myself to even sniff this one.
I think it's one of the first beers we bonded over was a peanut butter porter that Belching Beaver one.
Yeah, Belching Beaver. Yep.
So this will be interesting to see what Mr. Russ thinks about this too. I have not tried this one. This is new to me. Although I don't think this is the first year they've brewed this beer, as near as I can tell. So NoDa's been around since 2011 and have grown to the point where they are now represented in the Charlotte airport. So
oh, really?
Yeah,
they've arrived.
They've arrived.
They've arrived. I know I've had their beer before. I don't know that we've ever. I can't remember ever reviewing one, but I know I've got a beer.
I'd be surprised if we've gotten this far without reviewing any NoDa beers.
I don't know. I know that I've got a NoDa beer glass because at the Growler House.
Yeah.
There was a NoDa tap takeover, and so if you drank some NoDa, you got a NoDa glass. I drank 2 or 3, but I only came home with 1 glass. I don't know how that happened, but anyway.
Strange things afoot.
Apparently.
Yeah, NoDa has actually made quite a name for themselves up there. They got some really good awards under their belt. Hop, Drop, and Roll is probably their flagship. It's their year-round IPA.
Right.
Their Jam Sessions, one of my favorite American pale ales in the country. And then they do some of this off-the-wall stuff like this as well, all across the board. And so I'm pretty excited to see what they've made accomplish here. It's an Imperial Porter, which is another one of those things that's not really a style.
Right.
So you can kind of make it what you want it to be, which a lot of people do when they make these big peanut butter beers, is they classify it as a porter so it doesn't have to fall into some other category somewhere. But at 9.7, it's, yeah. It's going to get your attention.
I told John, and the series of segments we're shooting today were all out of 10-ounce glasses, and I said, no matter what, 10-ounce glasses. But that doesn't give you
change on camera as well.
Yeah, that doesn't give you carte blanche to load up the alcohol content. That's not what I meant.
It's just one.
Okay. Well,
so,
2, maybe 2
so far.
It seems to me we had some. Didn't we have an
8.5 earlier?
Yeah, an 8.5.
That's not that bad.
No, that's okay. That's all right. So
I like how we can say it was only 8.5.
Only 8.5. Yeah.
Meanwhile, everybody in Europe's looking at us like it's a what?
Here, even Buddy said he's
right. Yeah.
He's taking a hit on that.
Right.
Okay, so 8.5.
No, 9.7.
9.7.
Yeah.
I was trying to put that out of my head.
They said cocoa nibs and peanut butter are used in the brew, so that would have all been pre-fermentation, and so it should be. This should be a bomber.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I think the Belching Beaver was a peanut butter stout.
Yeah,
I think so.
might be.
Yeah. Oh my, it is very good. Belching Beaver is a San Diego brewery, and
We don't get them out here. I have to depend on Russ to go bring me some when he
they make some really good beer.
bring me some. He brings it for him and shares it.
I do bring it for me, but then I let John. More sir. I let him do that. So, shall we have a
I
sip
think
of
we
this?
should. We might as well. We've yammered on for a while.
We have. Text Miss Lily.
There's a lot of peanut butter in the nose on that.
I didn't even sniff it. I just went right to the business part.
Right? Yeah, there's a
lot of chocolate, a lot
That is
of
interesting.
peanut butter. It's like a dark chocolate Reese's peanut butter cup.
right. I think it drinks more like milk chocolate than even dark chocolate to me.
Do you really?
Yeah, that's really rich. Like cold hot cocoa. It's not really dark chocolate, but it's
Right.
that cocoa-y.
Well, maybe that would have been a better description.
Yeah, it's all kind
I'm
of.
not going to
dancing.
let you bully me.
We're all dancing around the same rock here, so
I'm not going to let you bully me.
it's pretty.
I think that's against the law now. I'm not sure, but I'm not going to let you bully me.
Probably. Yeah, that's fun. It's a really natural peanut butter too.
It is. It's not a big forward, in your face peanut butter
Yeah.
thing. It's a very subtle. Well, you get it. It starts on the front and it goes all the way to the back for me, but it's not overwhelming. Maybe
Yeah,
it's a better.
The peanut butter runs as kind of the backbone, and the chocolate plays around it.
Right.
What a neat beer that is, and that is
a good.
a dry beer too, which helps it fit into the porter category because porter is typically going to be a drier. I'll say the word thinner, but you have to take that as a comparison, and not as me calling it a thin beer because it's far from thin. But then you get into Imperial Stout and some of those big guys, and you're talking,
Right.
beat you over the head with the body.
Yep.
Yeah, that's kind of a scary beer too, because you put that beer in front of me, I'd be like, oh yeah, that's a big 7 or 8, maybe 8%er, and it's
A little bigger than
a
that.
little bigger than that. It's tough to say it's only 9.7.
Pikers.
Right? Right.
I really like that beer.
That is super tasty.
What's
Yeah,
it
I'm
called?
on board. Captain Peanut Butter's Chocolate Revenge. Like with an apostrophe S.
Captain Peanut Butters. I like the name a lot.
Yeah. It's a mouthful. Of course, so is the beer.
So it's the beer, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Anything else?
Like we covered most of it. Talked a little bit about NoDa. Nice to see them come back around and reopen in actual NoDa. NoDa being North Davidson and Charlotte, and that's where they opened. And they moved away and opened a big brewery. And then, if I got my timeline right, they opened in the airport. And then they reopened in NoDa, a new facility that's now their third location in the city.
They're like vagabonds.
Yeah, they are. Like, they're boomerang children.
Whatever. Halfbackers or something. I don't know what they
This
had
could be
on.
anything.
All right.
At this point,
Enough of
you're
that.
getting silly.
I know. So
Let's
damn
do it.
lucky. See you next time.